We are live.
Yeah. Yeah, grab it.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Tell a friend.
Huh? It's right there. I did. It was in my way. There's a roll. Do you want one? The pepper roll. Regular rolls. Come on. Are you too? Huh? Yes. We'll close them. I know. Oh, we ain't got no football to talk about tonight.
Girl, football. My Lord. Hi, Romeo. Don't wait.
William, come get your cup.
Oh, late. Football been over.
I know, it was over last week. I just missed it. Your home, your Jew. Oh, whoa. HD over, thank you. Where's my phone?
Come on in. Hello, everybody. Let us know where you're tuning in from. What city, what state. We're going to give everybody a couple more minutes to pop on with us. Not a problem. We definitely want to say hello to you. I know we got Ohio in the building. So, yes. We got some Indiana. We got a little Ohio. So come on in. We got a good topic for y'all tonight. We're going to have some fun, of course. Excuse my little dry throat. I got a little dryness tonight. It has been once again, it has been a week. Yes, it has. Your tablet in a radio. You know you need to plug it in for you.
What needs to be plugged
in? He said his tablet in the red.
For Romeo?
So we're probably going to lose him because he's going to not have power on his tablet. Miss Purple Reign, did you freeze up? I think she did. Miss Purple Reign, are you there? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wait, what? Is she back?
Yeah, I had to go open up the live on my page. Couldn't see it. I got new hair and stuff.
I see. She's so silly. Come on in and let us know where you're from. Hey, everybody. Girl, I hope I have a voice through this. My goodness. I may have to sip on something stronger. Woo! Make sure that you like and subscribe to our YouTube channels. Mine is Ms. Jewcee, MZJEWCEE.
And mine's is Purple Reign. Alice.
Okay, well, are we ready?
We are.
Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and get
Ooh,
started.
I just realized how sexy you were today. I should have been sexy today, but it's okay.
Girl, you sexy.
I was in mom mode.
You sexy all the time. It does
You
not
right, you right.
matter.
Sexy baby.
Not matter. Oh. Well, whoop. Well, we got. I don't know. It just clicked off. It's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. We had some chill hop. We had some chill hop on tonight, y'all. So hope everybody's having a great week. Mine was a little hectic.
Mine too.
But I did chill for the weekend. I did. How was your week? How was your week, man?
It was eventful. I'm a GG now. The baby is here. I
Congratulations.
entered the grandma club.
Grandma.
As somebody said today, somebody told me today I went up a level. I'm no longer a MILF, I'm a GILF. So I went up a level today. Well, actually on Thursday. But baby Caden is here and he is healthy. And my baby girl is home. And we're doing good.
All right. Hey, Robert. Passion poet in the house. We got Barbados in the house. Okay. I could use a little Barbados flavor right now. It's about 16 degrees in Cleveland and we got blasted.
It's about 16 degrees here in Indy too.
You should have been here, Robert. We've got a foot of snow. Yeah.
We got snow yesterday. On Sunday. Yeah, yesterday.
Pretty much all weekend. Off and on all weekend. So but we're surviving. They're trying to scrape it up a little bit.
Thank you.
Get it up off the ground. But if you are out on the highways and byways in Cleveland, please slow the fuck down, y'all. Even though the roads look great and clear, there's still some liquid on some of these highways and byways, and there means ice. And black ice kills too, folks. So please slow down. Slow down, pay attention. If it's dull, that means it's ice. If it's shiny, it's still wet. But make sure you pay attention while you're out here on the highways and
byways.
Robert, you're so dramatic. Talking about I would die.
He's never known anything less than 70-degree weather. He probably would.
You'll be okay.
He thought it was cold in April.
Right. He survived.
But he thought it was cold. We was all hot and shit, and he thought it was cold.
It's okay. It's okay. We understand, Robert, but you gotta stop being a damn wuss. Okay, you just
that part.
Wrap it up, baby. Wrap it up. That's what we do here in Cleveland in the winter. We put on layers and layers. Okay. And that wind is kicking ass too. I don't know what the real live, honest to goodness, negative chill factor that's going on outside as well. Because if we're down to 16 or 13, that's without the wind. So, oh Lord, he said he barely survived. Oh my God, he's whining. Okay.
Yeah.
He's whining. Too funny. Well, welcome everybody. We hope you had a great week. Once again, challenging week, exciting week. I'm challenging, she's exciting. So we're gonna kick off this show. We've got a great show for you guys tonight. We got a great topic, so make sure you get out your pens and paper and please make sure that you chime in. chime in because we love to interact with you guys. Um, and once again, if you're not on our wonderful, fantastic YouTube channels, get over there. Go and get over there and add that too, so you can be with us because we got some new stuff coming up down the line. We sure are this year. We're gonna do some traveling, and the show's gonna be live at some different places, and so yeah, we want you guys to be able to follow along with us. So got some new stuff coming out. We're gonna have some fun this year. Got to. Got to. So tonight's topic is we're gonna piggyback off of a little bit of what we talked about last week, because pretty soon spring will be in the air. And people gonna want to be out here doing the birds and the bees. The
They getting ready to have a hot boy and hot girl summer.
getting ready. So we've been cooped up here, definitely in Cleveland with the weather the way it has been. It's been, we have had winter this year. We finally have had winter since I've been home. So a lot of people gonna want to get out, and when they start to getting out, they're gonna want to meet somebody. Okay, they're gonna want to get out and meet some. I think Miss Juicy's gonna get out and mingle this year too. Okay.
Oh, okay. Mingling a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna mingle. I'm gonna mingle. So
Outside of the normal mingle.
way outside of the normal mingle. Way.
Did we cut off some of the roster?
Yes, we did. We cut off all of the roster. Gone. Out of here.
Sis, you did not tell me.
I need new shit.
Let's get it.
I guess
You want them younger than you? What you want? I got you. Are we cougaring this summer?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
We're cougaring. Okay.
I'm way behind.
Okay.
I'm way behind. I'm years behind.
Okay. I mean, for 15 years you were a stationary cougar, so it's okay. I understand.
18. Well, 18.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
18. So yeah. Oh no, everything is unpacked.
All right. I like the sound of that.
So anywho, yeah, we're going outside.
My sis is outside. However, I am not.
I am outside.
I am not, which is why our topic is what it is today, because I usually talk about things that I am going through. Especially since dating after 40 in a 13 years after a divorce is a lot. Trying to get back out there, trying to figure out if what used to be my hard nose or what's keeping me single, because I'm not willing to go a little bit outside of the box to find my soulmate. So, sorry, we're going to talk about what intentional dating looks like. So, by definition, intention, or with the intent, is to set a course and set a plan and do things the way you plan on with set boundaries. So when you're intentionally dating, you're setting a course and setting a plan for your dating. So for me, example, my intention in dating is to find my husband, to find my soulmate. Now, what that soulmate looks like is what I got to figure out. And the reason why this kind of piggybacks off of last week, because even in intentional dating, you can find people who are manipulating the intention and playing those games. So you got to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
People can tell you what their intentions are, but that doesn't mean that they're true intentions. They could just be telling you what they think you want to hear instead of just being truthful with you, not
Mm-hmm.
understanding that you might accept their truth. Um so when doing that, it just takes a lot of communication, you guys. It takes a lot of, for me, I found that with what my intention is, I had to go a little bit outside the box. I had to drop my age rule and look at the person and their maturity. I had to drop my children rule and just be willing to have that open conversation about children because I'm no longer able to have any. Um, and I also had to change, my child rule was a couple of things. Up until a year ago, I wouldn't date a man with children younger than my own. My son's 13. My kids are almost, my oldest is grown. So in this last year, trying to figure out what my intentions are in dating and who I'm gonna date to find my mate, I had to drop that rule about men with younger children because I found that men my age are still having they still have younger children. It's not like with women. Women in their 40s have grown children. Men in their 40s have little children. And it's because most men tend to date younger women, or they get to a certain point in life or they've gotten good at holding out on having children. So those are a couple of things that I had to change. What are your ideas on intentional dating?
No.
You're so silly.
No, I think when you have to have a plan.
I
And I
agree.
think and I think a lot of people really, and their plan is very vague. It's not very specific. It's very, very vague. It's very cookie cutter. It's
Mm-hmm.
very what they have been indoctrinated to believe is what they should be looking for, or the type of relationship they should be in.
Mm-hmm.
And being being a little more aged,
Mm.
um a lot of us most definitely uh have been told, especially as women, we've been told what to look for in a man. We've been told what a good man is. And
Mm-hmm.
we haven't really taken the time to examine or think about what a good man is for our own personal self.
Exactly.
We're so busy trying to please everybody else and conform to what normal is, that we really just don't know exactly what we want, to be honest. Not
Mm-hmm.
to be not to live somebody else's dream, or to be influenced by everybody else. We're so used to monogamy. We're so used to we now the newest thing, or the newest rage, or whatever you want to call it. We got to find a six-figure man, and but we don't know how to do these things. We don't know how to do marriage. We only know, when you go to counseling for marriage, a lot of times your counseling is maybe about 4 weeks before your wedding, or that's not enough counseling, to be honest with you, when you're talking about, I'm going to spend a lifetime with this person.
Yeah,
It
when it
got
comes to counseling, I think that the counseling should start as soon as the proposal happens.
I do too. I
Because
do.
most weddings take about a year to 2 years to plan. That gives
Hmm.
you a year of 2 years with a pastor or a counselor, somebody neutral to your relationship, to help you get them communication things intact. Because I think during the wedding planning part, you find out more about your partner than you do in I think you find out more about your partner during wedding planning than you do living together.
Yeah, you can. Definitely you can.
I mean,
Um,
I'm one of those
yeah.
people that watches a lot of YouTube, and I watch a lot of Charlotte Dobre, and she always does the Bridezilla Reddits.
Mm,
And a lot of men have left their fiancés at the altar because their bridezilla tendencies came out and showed how selfish they were.
mhm. And a lot of times, even when we're dating, there's a honeymoon phase. Just like,
Mhm.
we don't want to show our true colors. We're trying to conform, or uh, keep this person in our life, or um, there's a lot of reasons that we may not show our true colors. Some people, like we talked about last week, are manipulative. They are narcissistic. They're gonna. And I I had one of those. I had a person that was one thing when we were dating, and you want to talk about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Okay. When we got married and I became his wife, all of a sudden he flipped the script. Now you're putting your hands on me. Now I can't
Mm-mm.
see family. So there's hey Master Ra. Mwah, mwah,
Hey, Master Ra, we miss you,
mwah.
Pookie.
Um so you find people that will not show their true colors
Hmm.
for a lot of different reasons. Some of it is manipulation, some of it is to fit in. Okay. Peer pressure is still alive and well at all age levels. Some people have certain expectations that, they're supposed to meet because maybe they're high society, or uh, their upbringing, or maybe no upbringing. They've
Hmm.
been told this is what you're supposed to do, or this is the type of man or woman you're supposed to have in your life. And I don't think, in a lot of instances, we don't think for ourselves. We think about what everybody else wants us to do or be, or how everybody else perceives a relationship. And then that's the kind of relationship we try to go get, and it doesn't conform and it doesn't fit to us.
Hmm.
And then you're just kind of
Definitely.
stuck.
Boy, I definitely know that I've been stuck there. I had my expectations for what I thought I wanted or I
Mm-hmm,
needed. And
mm-hmm,
it's taken me a little while to figure out it might not come in the package that I want. It definitely didn't come in the package that I wanted. Um, but it was what I needed. You get what I'm saying?
mm-hmm. Hey,
Um,
Nathan.
is that who that is? 1960 Man Mega?
Mm-hmm,
Ah, okay. Um, so yeah, dating, putting things out into the universe, speaking things into manifestation about what you're looking for. All of those things are good when you're dating intentionally, but again, you have to know it's about knowing yourself though. That's
mm-hmm.
the biggest thing. If you don't know yourself, you can't really know what it is you want or are looking for.
Right.
So, it's hard to, hey Cameron, it's hard to do those things when you're not secure
Hi, baby. I
in
love
self.
you.
It's hard to do those things when you're not secure in self and know who you are.
True.
Um,
True.
Also knowing yourself and knowing who you are is going to keep you from being manipulated by the manipulators.
And I also believe this. I believe what we do, um, how we date, how we approach dating. What
Mhm.
we that also plays a role in our intentions. sometimes we, just to make everybody else, once again, I feel this is a large problem when I work with people. This is a large problem. We are always trying to satisfy everybody else and forget to satisfy ourselves. Um, and so, what I mean by that, when it comes to not knowing exactly what we want, because we have been bombarded with imagery, we've been bombarded with talking, with friends and family, or religious folks, or watching stuff on television and everything, internet, and we get these ideas that this is what we want, instead of really thinking for ourselves
Mm-hmm.
about what really makes us happy. What do we really want? What are you attracted to? Because what you're attracted to and what everybody else is telling you you should be attracted to could be two different things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, I think one of the biggest examples of this would be, in the gay community, because in the gay community, when somebody decides or thinks or might be considering that I'm gay, everybody's trying to tell you you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's trying to shove down your throat that you're just going through a phase, or I love that face. I'm just serious though. You're just
'Cause
going
I get sick of hearing that.
you're just going you're just going through a phase. This will pass. And especially when we're talking about our youth, especially when we're talking about uh,
Mm-hmm.
children, it's like, and I mentioned this before and I'll mention it again. If a child is a great basketball player at 5 years old, if they're hitting the rim, if they're making knocking it out of the park with the basketball, they're a prodigy. If and they know they're just going to go to the NBA when they get of age, okay? Or if a child sits and plays Mozart, they're a prodigy. They know that they're just going to be winding up at Carnegie Hall or something, playing, you know, in front of the president in 20 years. But if a child says I'm gay,
They don't know what they're talking about.
they crazy as fuck. They need help.
First of
They need
all, at my grown age of 40, because who I choose to date now, people still tell me we knew that that girl thing was a phase. Excuse you? I am 41 years old. It was never a phase. I am attracted to people.
but right.
People.
I love what Master Ra is saying. He says, we're just going through a phase, it will pass. Right? You're just being promiscuous. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You just want
Um,
to be different. Oh my
right.
God. I used to
or
hear
or
that all
you
the
just want it, or you just want attention. You're attention seeking,
time.
but
Yeah.
you can't possibly know that this is really what you want. And that's kind of the same thing that goes into dating, when we are not intentional on what we really really want.
Hmm. But with being intentional and knowing who you are,
That's
a lot of people look at who you are on the outside and say
mm,
that you're the person you're dating doesn't match who you are. When it could fully match who you are, it just doesn't match what people perceive you to be.
true. So true.
I get that
um
all the time. There are so many people that think I should be dating this particular type of guy.
mhm.
And it's not that it's not my type. It's not what I'm drawn to because of the things that I value in a relationship.
Nathan says the problem is the need to put a label on yourself. No one fits any label perfectly.
Hmm.
Therefore, all labels are useless.
I love that. That is absolutely true.
Hmm. And Master Ross says it's because they don't have the tools to advise you in your journey.
Facts.
And the thing of it is because there's so many negative connotations out there about relationships or about dating, about sex, about sexuality and sensuality. We have a lot more. It seems like because you know that we're involved in this kind of life, we
Mm-hmm.
have more negativity towards something that is so wonderful and so beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
but we have more negative connotations towards it and more negativity towards, oh my God, you had sex with him. Like if you had sex on the first date.
First of all, if
If
I
you
feel like throwing this ass in a circle on the first date, there must be something about that man that makes me want to throw this ass in a circle on the first date.
but oh my God, you had sex on the first date.
But I will say this:
Yeah, and it lasted
since
18 years.
I I will say this: I have gotten in my head because since intentional dating and knowing how mm, people think, I have been like second guessing myself when I want to throw this ass in a circle.
Hmm.
Don't mean I've second guessed it to the point that I've not done it. I'm just saying thought about it. It was like, did I make a mistake by doing that? It felt good in the moment. Did I move too fast? Like I think about that stuff sometimes afterwards, especially if they don't call. But
Hmm.
I have to learn that that has nothing to do with me. And it has nothing to do with the act that we did. We were grown people. It was consensual. It felt good in the moment. And it doesn't mean anything about me as a woman in my journey for finding my soulmate.
Master Ross says because they want to remain relevant in your life, so they come up with this passive aggressive excuse to talk you out of sexuality that they don't understand.
Yep.
Got it. And then
Passion Poet says, how can you date intentionally when you're jaded but still want companionship? Being demisexual, I get drawn to people as friends first, but I don't want to get into marriage again. You can still date intentionally because that's one of your boundaries is that you're dating intentionally, but you're not looking for marriage. And that's something that you have to put out there as a boundary. Because if you don't put that out there and you don't let them know that up front, you don't know what they can and can't, if those things work. Because you might run into somebody that you can build that relationship with that's also not looking for marriage.
and
It's about being honest about what you want.
I want to piggyback off of that. Although you're not possibly looking for marriage, you're not saying at the same time, even though you're not looking for it, you have to make that decision. Am I open to it if it should pop in my life? If this
Mhm.
I do find a person or I find my person, um, could it be a possibility? I know myself personally, I know me. Um, I've been married. I've been married twice. I do not have the desire to remarry. But but if that person comes along and is able to, um, so to speak, for lack of a better term, and this is the one that popped in my head, but is able to break down that wall or to change my mind, you have to ask yourself, would you be interested if it were someone that is you're compatible with? Because I think even though and I understand that even though I'm not like, oh, I want to run to the altar, I have no desire to run to the altar. I've been there a couple times, changed my name, did all that good shit. I'm over it, okay. Over it as a woman. But I do know that if the right person came along, I would be open to it. But I also know I have the tools now to look better and do better on picking and allowing who I want to be a partner with in my life, because we need to be partners. That's the one thing I think that I didn't do with my first two marriages.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the dutiful wife. Yeah, that shit's over. We need to be partners. We need to be partners.
No more dutiful wife for you, huh?
No more dutiful wife. Fuck that shit. No. And let me tell you why I say that. Let me tell you why I say that. I want someone that's going to uplift me as much as I uplift them.
But I think in that though, that I guess I just think of dutiful wife in a different aspect.
Oh,
Then
shit,
I
that
get
long,
what
long.
direction you're coming from, but I think that there is a way to be a dutiful wife and still both you and your partner be partners and uplift each other. To me, a dutiful wife is being uplifting to your partner and being an equal partner.
But
You get what I'm
some men perceive a dutiful wife,
as a submissive woman? Yeah, I know. I don't
and
talk
then
to men. I don't talk to men that think like that though. I
well,
ignore
I'm
them.
not.
They get put on the block list.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I'm just saying,
They get
it,
left on red on Facebook.
it's just something that I think that you definitely have to have that conversation. You definitely have to understand what the both of you are looking for in a relationship. But
Amen. I
it doesn't
agree.
have, it does not have to start out with the dating portion of it. But when you're dating, because dating is the beginning. And I don't know if anybody is watching the Netflix series. I've been watching this series called Sweet Magnolias.
I'm gonna have to go look it up.
It is good. And what I like about this show is that they are showing people dating. And I think the problem that we're having nowadays is everybody, and I've talked about this before, and we've talked about it on the show before. I call it instant grits dating.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thinks that dating is just add water. and you've got a partner. Wee, like instant grits. No, you want the slow cooked grits. You want the grits that take a while to get gooey and yummy, and you can put your sugar or salt and pepper on it with your butter, whatever. But a lot of you want these instant grits that take 2 minutes. And that's what the problem is with a lot of our relationships. You didn't know the person you married. You didn't know the person you dated. And dating does not necessarily require sex. Dating can require and can have some intimacy within it, but it doesn't have to be sexual. Liking each other, doing things, even taking sex out of the equation. Um, Going roller skating, go do a pottery class together, go to an art museum, go do some things that are outside of your comfort zone, but do it with your partner. That's going to build your relationship. That's going to make your dates. Don't and you don't have to spend a lot of money on dating either. A lot of folks, that's another dumb thing that's going around. Ooh, we can't go to Cheesecake Factory, honey. If you can't go to Cheesecake
First of
Factory,
all, them women don't know what dating is. Them women are looking for a free meal. Them
right?
women are looking for a sugar daddy. Them women are looking for a come up. Them women ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out
Throw it
of
out.
and looking for a man to pay their bills. Those women aren't dating, they're surviving.
I don't even know if they're doing that.
I mean, they clearly are because they keep their hair done, their nails done, their makeup done. They think that they're God's gift. Those women, to me, aren't ready for a relationship because they don't know what a relationship takes.
And they don't have a relationship with themselves.
No, I wish I would tell my partner where to take me on a date because something he has planned and stuff that he likes to do might not. It might not be my first choice, but I'm gonna be appreciative of it. Cause just like he's gonna be appreciative of when I plan stuff. It might not be his cup of tea. I am a Cooper's Hawk. I will be in Cooper's Hawk every day of the week if I could. My partner might not like that place because it's a winery. But if I take them and we go do something like that, or go throw axes, or go to a panic room or something like that, the stuff I like to do, they're gonna do it and probably appreciate it, especially if we're true partners. Because they respect our relationship. They not gonna turn up their nose and be like, ugh, why you bring me here? Like, who does that in a real relationship?
Yeah, that is definitely not the, well, you got to have a respect factor. You got to have a respect
Yeah.
factor. And you definitely have to have someone that doesn't make you feel less than. That's very,
Mhm.
very important, especially when you're dating. If they're, oh, you need to put on something else. What the hell is, if they've got an attitude every time you all go somewhere or every time you do something, that probably is not going to be a good fit. You should not have to, unless you're bettering yourself, you shouldn't have to change yourself for someone either.
Mhm.
You should be able to be your authentic self. And if they can't accept it, then they need to move on.
And that's one of the reasons why I know, at least with me and some of my friends in my friend circle, when dating, men that outwardly say all the time, I like a natural woman, it's okay that that's your preference. But to say you don't like a woman that wears makeup or anything at all and always nitpick at that stuff, I can't I can't date a person like that, because I'm a natural girly. But every now and then I might put a wig on. Every now and then I might put some lashes on. Every now and then I might go get my nails done, because those are things as a woman that make me feel good. Like, I met this one guy one time, and mind you, I had my natural hair because, as we know, I love wearing my hair short. But I had on makeup for our date because, to me, it was a first date, first impression. I had on light makeup. I didn't have on a whole lot of makeup. And I had my nails done. Had on a waist train, shapewear, because that's just who I am as a woman. That's how my mama raised me. You put on a slip and some Spanx and some pantyhose before you walk out the door. Okay? Carry yourself like a lady.
Mhm.
Um, and because I had all of that on, and I guess he could tell through the clothes the way my body was shaped. And like I said, it was light makeup, but I had some lashes on too. He felt the whole time to need to tell me how I wasn't natural enough. Do you know I asked the waitress for the bill and paid my half of the bill and left? Because how you see me now is how you saw me in the pictures that you saw me in when you matched me on this damn app. So if you didn't like it then what made you ask me on a date?
Well, and then, I mean, for myself personally, I don't wear a lot of makeup. Everybody pretty much knows that.
Yeah.
I don't wear a lot of makeup. Now, I will on a special occasion, and I have been known to do that on a special occasion. And I have been with gentlemen that don't want me to wear a lot of makeup. And for me, it's not an issue. But if we're going somewhere and I need to be on your arm, and I need it depending on where we're going, I might wear, like, if we're just going to get some pizza or something, no, I mean, I have nothing on. But other times, if we're going somewhere, we're going to go to a nice restaurant or a semi-nice restaurant. We're going to go to Applebee's. I might take the time to do my eyelashes real quick, put some lipstick on and a little liner, and out the door we go. Now, if we're going to go do a big, huge event, because the person that I was with, there were certain events that we went to that
Right. You had to look a certain way on his
I had to
arm.
look right, I had to look a certain way. That meant I gotta go get glammed up, and he knew that, but he wasn't a fan of a lot of makeup, but he knew I looked nice. I tried to keep the makeup, even though it was
To
a
a
lot,
minimum.
but it was to a minimum. It was enough to highlight who I am and all that good stuff. Um, but he never, ever ostracized me or said anything negative, um, if I
Mhm.
wore makeup. uh, and you have to be with the right you have to be with the right person,
I
um
agree.
when especially even though I don't know how to put it, but I don't consider myself a celebrity, but I have been approached as Miss Jewcee in several cities, several areas, and people look at the persona, which is fine. I love my persona. I do. I love her to death. She's wonderful. I would date her. Okay, so
I would too. If she wasn't my sister.
so I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I'm not Miss. You guys see me as Miss Juicy 24 hours a day. You think it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is not 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's a lot of pressure to put on a person.
Oh, who you
But
telling? Because this purple rain pressure over here, I swear to God, it gets over there. Sometimes I just want to be Jasmine, and I can only be her at home. Because the moment I step outside, if anybody knows who Purple Rain is, Purple Rain, Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Look,
right,
I'm a
I get it.
Scorpio, and if I don't feel like people in, I don't feel like people in. Leave me alone.
So and sometimes in the dating world, it's difficult for us. It's difficult for us because people have an expect men or women that are going to date us have an expectation like I'm going to
Or
be
if
Miss
they
Cute.
don't have an expectation because they know the real you, when people come around and they want the people that are coming around want you to be this persona, sometimes your partners are like, who the fuck is that person? That's not the person I know. And it can be intimidating sometimes to a partner, especially in a relationship, because dating somebody who's a public figure is hard.
It
So
is, and I mean, and I've done it.
and you
I
have
mean,
to be with
we're out
somebody
to,
that is secure. You
right.
have to be with somebody that is secure.
We've been out to dinner, and people have approached the table, and approached while we had the
Oh, you
kids,
know, I know. I've dated
and
the same type of high profile person.
and
You have to.
you're not prepared. You can be you can be prepared for some things, other things you cannot be prepared for, no matter what. Um,
Hmm.
I often I've done security for the stores, as we say, security for the stores, and they're just regular people.
Hmm.
I've met so many, just some of my favorites I've met, and they are just
Regular
regular
people.
regular folk. They just want to come out, they want to have a good time. They know that they can only do so much. They're already limited on what they can do because of the fact of their celebrity. Um, it can be a dangerous situation, Mr. Gill, I hope you remember. But anyway, it can become something that can be life threatening when you have thousands of people running at you and
Hmm.
there's two or three security guards. Can become a situation. It can
And
become very
even
dangerous.
outside of that, even when it comes to if you're a celebrity or somebody, in the public eye who has children. I was watching an interview with Monica the other day, and she's one of my favorites because no matter how big her star is, she's Monica from the A. She's just
Mhm,
that hometown girl next door. But because of who she is in the spotlight, she's got a few stalkers. Well, she was
mhm,
doing an interview. Um, 2 Chainz and his son have a podcast, so Monica and her son were on the podcast, and she was saying one of her stalkers is now stalking her oldest son.
mhm.
So it bleeds over into your everyday regular life too, which is why a lot of people don't show a lot of celebrities don't show and post their kids, which irritates my soul when people are like, well, why ain't they got their kids? Why would I put my kids in the spotlight if that's not what they want to do?
And once again, doing stuff, even doing what we do, it
Hmm.
it it takes it takes a lot, and then to have a partner or trying to date or just going out to dinner with somebody, um, it can be very challenging. And like you said, you have to be secure. We have to find people that are secure within themselves to
I,
understand this is sometimes this is fantasy over here. The
hmm
reality is you and I. The fantasy is over here. And the fantasy is my money maker.
yep.
Okay.
I was gonna
So
say
I still
I've
have
been
to.
broken. I've been broken up with because somebody felt like I was too much of a socialite. They felt like I was so much of a socialite. This was even before I figured I in what I call became a public figure. Just being a hairstylist here in Indianapolis and being known. Um, I had somebody break up with me or stop dating me because we weren't in a relationship, but we were dating. They stopped dating me because they felt like no matter where we went, it wasn't somebody that I didn't know or that didn't know me, that we didn't never not get stopped. We could be out to dinner, we could be out at a bar, we could be walking in the mall. Everywhere we went, somebody would stop and want to talk to me.
And okay, so getting we got a little bit off topic, but
Right.
we have been talking about the different types of issues that you can run into, whether you're whether you're famous, infamous, or you're just getting started, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You can have a lot of these issues and problems with folks, especially when you don't communicate, and especially when you don't go into a dating situation with intent.
And with all the cards on the table.
Yes, having
Those are all to
conversations.
me, those are all conversations that need to
Mhm.
be had when something is intentional. If you're just looking for a fly by night and wanting to have fun, sometimes those conversations maybe not need to be had. But if you have a goal in mind for why you're dating, not necessarily dating that person, but why you're dating in general, a goal in mind, boundaries, an end goal that you want to come out of that situation, all your cards needs to be put on the table at the beginning because some people can't handle all situations.
True. And that's one of the things that I do, because I have given up Miss Juicy before, but I will not do it ever again. I
Yeah. I
she's
mean,
not
I think that's
she's
one of
not
the first
going
conversations that I have.
yeah, she's not
Um,
going in the closet, y'all. So
yeah.
uh
Whenever I go on a first date, a lot of people think I'm crazy for this, but a lot of the first conversations I have on a first date that I'm lifestyle, that I'm a lifestyle performer, that I'm skilled in BDSM and I'm trained, and that I have a persona and that I have a YouTube channel. I put all of that on the table up front because I'm not willing to put her away.
mhm,
She's not 100% of who I am, but she's a big part of who I am.
right.
And to love me is to love all of me.
Passion Poet says, as a performer, I've been stopped everywhere. My last relationship, everybody knows you. I'm always going to be passion. Yeah. Like I said, some people can handle it, some people cannot. Um, and I guess when you go out on a date, you'll find that out, especially if you are well known, or especially if you are. And I think also when we're also talking about people that are um, performers or well known, you got to make sure that the person likes you for you, not for the performer.
Yep.
That's another thing that can cause some issues and problems, because then they once again they think that you're that persona 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and at some point in time, I'm a mother, I'm an aunt, I'm a sister, I'm a best friend, I'm a worker bee, I'm a Uber driver, I have a
I
lot of
think I
hats
make
that
it,
I wear.
I think I make it intentional to never let that see that performer side of me until after they've met the real me. I need them to see me in my normal element first before I let them see Purple Rain.
Yeah,
Because I need them to know that she's just the
and we
character.
want we want people to, we in what we do, we do want people to know, but that's not so that they can stifle it. that so that they, if they are interested in once again, I said I want a partner. I don't want someone that's going to try to, oh, you can't do that no more. You with me. No, I'm not. That's gonna be my answer. You can't. Go somewhere. Um,
I like doing things with my partner though, and I need them to understand
I do too. I mean, I think
that this part of my world does not exclude them.
no, and I'm very inclusive. We know that, but not everybody. This is not everybody's cup of tea. I know that. So
Mhm.
being intentional also to me also means to be um also means to me to recognize that whoever I'm with, I need to also respect them. I can't just make it all about me. I have to make sure that I respect them as well. And if this is not their cup of tea, then this is not their cup of tea. Doesn't mean
I agree.
that, it's just not going to happen, and I can respect that. I can understand that, cuz it is a lot. It can be a lot. I'm gone on the weekends. Well, I want to take you out. I want to do this. Oh, sorry, I'm booked. Sorry, I'm booked. I'm, what are you gonna go do? I'm gonna go sell some dicks. I'll be back. Okay,
I got told today I got too many
right.
toys.
Then I'm like, well, and then I get told, then
I was just gonna blame you. You know, you the reason I got all my
I'm
toys,
just
but it's
saying
okay.
you. But it's just a way of making sure, once again, if you're going to be out here and you're dating, have a plan, guys. Have a plan. Sit
Mhm.
down and think about what you want to do, what you want out of,
What does dating look like to
right?
you?
Because a lot of people, like,
What does happiness look like to
mhm,
you?
what does a relationship look like?
What does unhappiness and stress also look like? Because you got to look at all of those aspects to know what your boundaries, what your knows, what your all of that stuff. You have to know yourself and what it is that is going to keep you at peace and what is going to take away your peace. Because the intention in dating is to not be at unrest. It is to still be at the same peace that you were at sleeping in your bed by yourself.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen that meme where it's the person sleeping in the bed or like a cat or something like that, and it's like sleeping real pretty, and it says, "How I feel knowing that I'm not, how I feel being in the bed alone, knowing that ain't some man outside cheating on me."
Be me, right? I mean,
And they just so peaceful in the
and knocked
bed with the
out,
pillow in between their
right? Feeling
legs,
good,
knocked
feeling
out.
good. I mean, it's just a
I want to
question.
feel like that, knowing that there's a man in my bed.
Here's the thing. In order to do all of that, once again, you got to have the three C's: clear, concise communication. You've got to talk. You've got to be able to talk to each other. You've got to find a way to communicate to each other, learning what
Agreed.
people like, what you like. But I think the biggest thing that we're not doing is knowing what we like and what we want. I think that's the part
Hmm.
that's really, really missing. Hello, Lorenzo. Hello, sir. There should never be a rush situation to dating. Take your time. Exactly. But once again, it's dating is not. Remember, we talked about instant grits. Okay, we talked about instant grits, and we're not doing it 2 minutes.
I get, but I'm also gonna say if things had pay attention to red flags. But sometimes for some people, things aren't. They could be trying to take them slow, but sometimes you just know. I know people that have been married 30 plus years that got married after 2 months. So I get the whole not rushing, but you have to know your pace and your timeline. You have to know yourself as well as your partner knowing
Mhm.
themselves. There's definitely some red flags in someone who seems to be rushing something. And if you're uncomfortable and aren't ready, then you know that it's not it. But if things are moving smoothly and things are moving at a little bit of a fast pace, but you all are both comfortable and both at peace, that could be a good thing.
And every
Because sometimes you just
and
know.
every relationship, everybody that you get involved with is different. Please remember that.
Yep.
Please remember that you can't, come on now. We all know the song Bag Lady. Okay, we can't bring the baggage from the last relationship. We can't bring the baggage from the last relationship, men or women, to the new relationship. Make sure you're healed.
Mhm.
Make sure you're healed before, if you've been in a relationship and things didn't work out right, before you put yourself back out there to date, make sure
Make sure you're
you're ready
ready.
and you are healed. You've taken the time to sit down, take a breath, understand what went wrong, what went right, understand what your role is, what or was in what went wrong or what went right, and then expound upon it. Learn, take your time to get to know
Mhm.
yourself and what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate. As Miss Purple Rain stated earlier, what is your hard no? And give yourself grace, because your hard no at 20 may not be your hard no at 30. Okay.
Or at 40. Because my hard no at 30 was definitely no kids under 5. And it is not my hard no
And it's
now.
okay. It's okay to evolve. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to make an
Hmm.
exception to the rule if it's somebody that you're truly into. Um, I know what my mine for years was never to date anyone younger than me. So when I started dating someone 15 to 16 years younger than me, but that relationship lasted for 18 years. So
I just recently changed that rule too. I used to say I was never going to date anybody under
uh,
55. Yeah, definitely dating people under 55.
so I mean, sometimes, and we got to sit back and also think, well, why did I make that rule? Why is that in place? Can I change that? Yes, I can. So just
I can. I have
right, I've
evolved.
evolved.
Okay.
Exactly. I've changed. I've matured more. And sometimes the little dating pool in your certain age range may not be all that in a bag of chips. Maybe you want to expand. Maybe you want to. Some people say I won't date anybody out of state or out of the city. But then you meet somebody that's from somewhere else, and now you traveling long distance to see each other. It's okay.
Now you packing up and
Right.
moving.
It's okay. It's okay to change your parameters. And it's okay to say, hey, this may not be working, but this over here, let's try this. Let me see how this goes. It's okay.
Nathan, what we tripping on? What we do? We didn't do nothing.
He said we tripping right now. If a person is
Hmm.
critical from the jump, that's a red flag. Yeah, it is. It is. If they are critical constantly. Um, But you AARP dating change to retirement. And he gets it. Go to the corner, Lorenz. Passion goes.
And then Passion Poet said long distance application in the DM grin. Sir, you are more than long distance. That is a whole
That's a whole
country
ocean.
away, okay?
That's an ocean, honey. That's an ocean.
I can't afford to come to Barbados more than once a year, okay? Jesus.
So, guys, I think you got any closing thoughts? Because we are at our time.
Um, yeah, so my closing thoughts are just this. In dating, know yourself. Pick partners that also know themselves. Set a plan, set a course, know what you want, know what you don't want, and be open to things showing themselves not in the pack in. Be open minded when intentionally dating because you have a goal in mind and it might not show up the way you think it's going to show up. That's my 2 cents.
Okay. Okay. And mine is give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. But sit down and have a talk with self. Have a talk with yourself
Fact.
and sit down and think about with intent. Sit down with intent and think about what you really, really want in someone that you're dating.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be superficial and shallow. Go be feel free to dig a little deeper. I know we out here being shallow. Boy, are we being shallow. But dig a little deeper. Um, and make sure that you're dating with intent, and the intent is yours to have. And ladies, stop being superficial. Stop looking for superficial shit because that doesn't last. It
I
just
swear
doesn't.
some of the best husbands don't make 6 figures, but that doesn't mean he's not a provider.
Yeah. And understand what it means to have a six. If you want to go out here and you trying to get a six-figure person, let me just put it to you this way. You, whether you are a man or a woman, and you think you deserve or you need or you want a six-figure person, understand 6 figures is $100,000. And that's where it starts at. And at $100,000 in today's economy, that ain't shit. Now, back in my day, $100,000 was a lot of money. It
I
ain't a
guess
hundred.
I've just never really looked for a 6 figure partner because I am a 6 figure partner.
I don't look. I I've been with more than one, several six-figure
Me
gentlemen,
too.
and my thought process is this: that's their money.
Right. That's why I said I don't
I ain't
look
got.
for it in my partner because I have my own.
I know. I no. I just say it's their money. It's their money. This is what they've done to earn
Yeah,
their money. That's their money. If they want to spend it on me because they want to spend it on me, that's fine. I would love for them to spend it on me. But if they don't want to spend it on me,
it is not a requirement.
it's not a requirement. Exactly. Exactly. Now, if we going out and they're paying for the date or whatever the case may be, fine, wonderful. But if you think I'm not gonna, if he buys me a Christmas present and I'm not gonna get him anything, that's nuts.
Right.
Well, I deserve, I need, I get. No, you don't. All you need to do is live, breathe. That's it. You don't deserve anything. You have to, especially when you're just dating. You have put nothing into this person. You haven't poured anything into them. You went on a few dates and now you expect
The world
the world, the most
on a platter
ridiculous
and exclusivity.
on the most ridiculous stuff that doesn't make any kind of sense, and you've done nothing to earn his trust or his love or his companionship.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts. Just nuts. So
Not so, but so.
say yes to Social Security. Lorenzo, go to the corner. I thought, did we put you in the corner yet? Because I could have swore.
That's the first time we put him in the corner all year.
He's go. You just get back on here and just get back with us, and you want to go to the corner. I mean, really?
It's only February, Lorenzo. We have to make it till May.
He's in the corner twice. AARP dating changed to retirement dating. That's
And now
number
he's
one.
saying say yes to Social Security dating. Social
Right.
Security don't exist no more, Lorenzo. There is no Social Security dating.
get, get him a juicy boutique meal rose and call it a
Lorenzo, go to the corner. I'm telling Casey on you, okay?
day.
Where's she at? Where's the goddess at? Because I'm snitching.
he's, He is so bad. Well, guys, that wraps it up for us tonight.
It
I think
does.
it was great. It was great. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you gave you a little bit of something to think about.
Let's
When you're
give them something to talk about.
Mm, 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 mm. Um, don't ever ask me to sing, because I can't. But I think it's really important. I think it's important that you date with intention, that you figure out before you step out on a date with anybody, figure out what you want in a date. Figure out
Mhm,
what a date should consist of. Figure
mhm.
out why are you going on a date with a person. Figure out what your intentions are, what you hope to gain by going out with somebody. And then before you go out, make sure you ask the right questions, y'all. That's
Exactly.
the thing. We don't ask the right questions no more. Sure, we ask questions, but we don't ask the right
Do
ones.
we ask questions?
Well, some do, some don't.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
I'm gonna ask questions
We
because
know you are. Juicy,
right,
you a different breed. You come from a
I'm
different
about
generation.
you about to get interrogated before and all we doing is going to get some chicken nuggets. You know, well, you about to get interrogated.
Some ice cream and walk the canal. You about to get the
Right.
whole third degree.
Exactly. You about to get because I don't eat chicken nuggets. I just wanted you to know that, So yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you. That's my godson, y'all. That's my baby right
Thank
there.
you, Cameron.
Thank you, baby. Love you. All right, y'all. Let's get out of here for tonight so we can come back next Monday night right here on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat. We will have another hot topic for you, and we hope that you will join us. We start at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. for our folks out on the West Coast, and
West
for our brothers and
Coast.
sisters in the Barbados areas. I believe we're on the same time right now. I believe it's 9 p.m. So make
Yeah,
sure you tune in next Monday night because we're gonna have a good time. we're gonna talk
always.
we're gonna talk about something. We're gonna talk about something. All right, y'all. So make
Just
sure you
tune in and find out.
and don't forget, get your tickets for the Ebony Erotic Experience coming up in April. I mean in May. I'm
No,
sorry.
May, ma'am, May.
May. We're gonna talk more about that too coming up. All right, y'all. Love you.
Love
For
you.
myself and Miss Purple Rain. Remember, enjoy, enlighten. What is it?
Enjoy, embrace, and
Enlighten
enjoy,
eroticism.
enlighten, and embrace eroticism.
Oh my God, it's been that long. Huh? All right, we'll see y'all.